So, good morning, everyone. Last few classes we discussed various performance specifications of the sensors and transducers. We'll start with the studies of different types of sensors and transducers used in mechatronic applications. We'll be beginning with position sensor, or maybe displacement sensors, you can say, and then we'll follow it up with angular displacement. So what I mean is, initially we'll be studying the linear displacement, and then we shall see what are the sensors used for angular position sensing. Now both these linear and angular position sensors play a very important role in many of the mechatronic applications. Now let us consider the case of a CNC machine tool as far as mechanical engineers are concerned. Now this position sensing is very much essential to have precise positioning of the tool, isn't it? For tool positioning, for workplace positioning, whether it is properly mounted or not, whether my tool position is as per my coordinates, those I have defined in my CNC code. To verify all these aspects, we need position sensing. Similarly, if we have developed, let us say, a robotic application, now there also my position sensing becomes very essential. Particularly if the robo, if it is a mobile robo, and if it is moving from one location to the other location. Now all these machines are programmed machines, so we have the necessary codes for functioning of all these gadgets. So in the case of a robo, whether it has moved the distance that it is expected to move, and then the gripper positioning, where if it is a pick and place type of a robo, whether the gripper is positioned at the appropriate location or not. There also I might require the sensing of position. So these position sensors play a very important role in mechatronic applications. I've just quoted one or two examples. In many applications, we'll find position sensors being used. Now we'll study initially some variable electrical type position sensors. As we discussed in the earlier classes, broadly these sensors and transducers can be categorized in many ways, application wise, principle wise, or type of power that is used. So in many ways, these sensors and transducers can be classified. Now, one way of classification is variable resistance type, variable inductive, variable induction type, and variable capacitance type. Particularly in electrical and electronic applications, we make use of this variable resistance type of sensors and variable inductance type of sensors and variable capacitance type of sensors. Now, out of these, we'll be studying few sensors based on variable resistance type, variable inductance type, and variable capacitance type. Now, in the position sensing, as I told you, some of the applications of position sensing or position transduction or position transducers, you can call it in many ways. Now, these are the first one that we are going to consider is the potentiometer, the potentiometric position sensor. These are essentially variable resistance type of a sensor, which we'll be studying in details. Then we have linear variable displacement transformer, or the position sensors based on inductance, variable inductance principle. Now, as we have studied during the first year electrical engineering, transformer, either step-up transformer or step-down transformer, those are based on mutual inductance principle, right? So because it is based on inductance, mutual inductance, we call this sensor as transformer. I repeat, linear variable displacement or differential, sorry, linear variable differential transformer. So this is a variable inductance type. Now, these both these transducers, potentiometers as well as variable inductance type transducers, can be used for linear position as well as angular position. Okay, we will be studying that in details. Then we have encoders. Encoders, as the name indicates, they do some kind of coding, so to say. What is the differentiating factor between these potentiometers and LVDTs is that these encoders convert the original signal directly into digital form, right? But the potentiometers may give me analog signal output. LVDT also may give me analog signal output. Encoders provide me the facility of converting the given signal into digital form, so which can be processed very easily by digital type of controllers. So encoders are widely used in today's many applications. As I told you, potentiometers can be linear displacement measuring potentiometers or rotary angular displacement type of a potentiometer as well. Even LVDT, linear variable differential transformer, they can measure linear displacement. And then I have a category called as RVDT, rotary variable differential transformer. So RVDT can help me in giving me the angular position. Encoders, though we are going to study the encoders meant for angular displacement measurements, there are encoders which can provide me a linear displacement measurement as well. So all these few of them, apart from this, there are many transducers available in the market, but we are going to study a few of them based on our syllabus. And each one of these position sensors will be studying in bit of details. What I mean by details is we'll be understanding the principle on which these transducers work, what are the salient features, and then what are the application areas, what are the advantages and limitations of each of these transducers. Now, after studying this, we'll be able to map the characteristics of these sensor transducers for my application. म्हणजे माझ्या application मध्ये what are the functional requirements माझ्या mechatronic application मध्ये मला लेथवर वापरायचं आहे, मिलिंग मशीन मध्ये वापरायचं आहे, किंवा रोबोवर वापरायचं आहे, किंवा आणखी कुठल्या वॉकिंग रोबो मध्ये वापरायचं आहे, मोबाईल रोबो मध्ये वापरायचं आहे, किंवा AGV मध्ये वापरायचं आहे, डिपेंडिंग ऑन माय ऍप्लिकेशन एरिया अँड माय as we have seen many of the characteristics. मला सेन्सिटिव्हिटी किती पाहिजे त्या पोझिशन सेन्सिंगची, व्हॉट शुड बी द स्पीड ऑफ रिस्पॉन्स, आपण काही डायनामिक कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स बघितले, व्हॉट इज द परमिसिबल एरर in measurement of displacement, what is the kind of repeatability I want, what is the kind of precision I want. So all those characteristics play a very important role in selection of any of the transducers, and that's why we studied those static and dynamic performance characteristics in details. So based on my requirement, I'll be selecting particular transducer for my application. Okay, we'll start with the potentiometer. This we have been listening this word right from our school days and junior college days. As we can see, a potentiometer is a variable resistance device that can be used to measure linear or angular position. What is the underlying principle of variable resistance type potentiometric sensor transducer? As you can see, the conducting wire has got the resistance to the flow of current. Now this resistance, which is given in ohms, is given by rho, which is the resistivity of the material of the wire and then length of the wire and cross-sectional area of the wire. So resistance of any conducting wire is dependent on three parameters: on resistivity of the material, which is the material property, then length of the conducting material, conducting wire, and then cross-sectional area of the conducting wire. What I mean by this, R is dependent on rho, L, and A. What I mean by this, if I change the resistivity of the material, which can be changed by changing temperature, which can be changed by changing the environmental conditions. So if I change resistivity of the material, I can change the resistance of that conducting wire. If I change the length of the conducting wire, I can change the resistance of the conducting wire. If I change the cross-sectional area of the conducting wire, I can change the resistance of the wire. So that is what is meant by what is the use of this principle of resistance potentiometers. So through if I build one circuitry for measuring this resistance change in terms of voltage change or current change, I can convert this potentiometer into a position sensing device, isn't it? So if whatever displacement I want to measure, if that displacement can be given to a resistance wire arrangement in such a way that as the position changes of my device, of my maybe a robotic arm, that position is given to this, the slider of this resistance wire. So as you can see in this picture, animated picture, the position of my, let us say, arm or the gripper, if it is connected to this slider of this resistance wire, so that will change the length of the conducting wire. How? Now, one end, the voltage will be supplied to this potentiometric circuit, and one end is connected to this fixed end, and the other end is connected to this slider end. So when the slider is in this position, the length covered by the slider will be this much. And the output voltage, if I measure between A and C, will be dependent on, based on this expression, will be dependent on resistivity is not changing, cross-sectional area is not changing, but the length is changing. So the resistivity, the resistance of this potentiometric wire will change proportional to length of the wire, isn't it? If the position is here, the resistance will be 30K. If the position of the slider is here, the resistance will be 90K, because the resistance is proportional to length of the wire. Now this property is utilized for measurement of linear position, isn't it? So through voltage division, the change in resistance can be used to create an output voltage that is directly proportional to the input displacement. So how? The output voltage is proportional to resistance, isn't it? V is equal to IR. We remember the relationship, the potential drop across the resistance, right? And the current flowing through it. These are linearly related, isn't it? So as the length changes, the resistance changes. As the resistance changes, the potential drop across that resistance wire also changes. So this is the case of my linear potentiometer. Similarly, this we have seen a rotary, which is also called as a toroidal type of a potentiometer. This can help me in measuring the angular position. Suppose I have a gripper. Okay, now this gripper wrist is there, and the angle of the wrist to be changed, right? The angle of the wrist. हा माझा gripper आहे. This is my gripper, and the angle of the wrist of the gripper is to be changed, and this is changed maybe by some electrical means, maybe by some mechanical means, maybe by hydraulic or pneumatic means, right? And I want to take a feedback of the angle through which this gripper wrist has moved. So what I do, To this gripper wrist, I connect my rotary potentiometric transducer, right? So what happens as the angle changes by some actuating device, the angle of, just see here, the angle of the slider also changes. Now, based on the angle of the slider, the position is changed and the angle of the slider is changed. And as the angle of the slider changes, the arc length covered by the slider also changes, isn't it? When the slider is here, isn't it? So potential drop across A and C can be measured. Where the resistance is 10K when the slider position is here. And if I measure the potential drop across A and C, I'll be getting corresponding voltage, isn't it? Which will be proportional to resistance change, and resistance change will be proportional to angular position change. And when the slider is, let us say here, the length covered is, arc length covered is this much. As the length increases, my resistance also increases. It has increased from 10K to 40K. And based on that, my potential drop also changes. So corresponding to angular position, I have resistance change. Corresponding to resistance change, I have got potential drop change. So in turn, the output voltage that I get either through a linear potentiometer or a rotary potentiometer, or toroidal type of potentiometer, the angle change or the disposition change is directly proportional to, the output voltage is directly proportional to input displacement. So this is how is the principle of potentiometer can be described. Let us see briefly the construction. The potentiometer. Now this is typical case of a toroidal type of potentiometer. While conducting the experiments, you must have seen there a knob knob तो radio but knob sarka we just rotate the knob, and otherwise I can connect a small pulley here, and this pulley can be connected through maybe a thread to the position जी मला measure करायचे बरोबर आहे की when the position changes, the pulley will rotate, and the pulley rotates, the resistance changes, and ultimately when the resistance changes, output voltage changes. Now if I open, this knob can be rotated. ह्याच्यावर जे radio knob बसवलेला असतो, that can be this. You must have seen during the laboratory. Now inside this potential, what you can see, I have the carbon track having certain resistance, and then I have a metal wiper. जेव्हा मी हा knob फिरवतो, this wiper turns this way, isn't it? Let us say from 30-degree position, let us say 150-degree position. In a particular case, I can have more angle coverage as well. Okay. So metal wiper is there, and as I said, when it is covering 50 degree, the slider will be here, and corresponding to that, the resistance, which is proportional to the arc length covered, the resistance will be proportional to angular position. Now this resistance can be connected to some balancing circuit, external circuit, potentiometric circuit, wherein I can measure the potential drop across this point, and the slider weight is here across this point and this point, and that voltage will be proportional to resistance, and this resistance will be proportional to the angular position. I think the concept must be clear. It's very simple. There is an advanced type of a potentiometer. These are used for coarse measurements. म्हणजे मला angles 1 degree, 2 degree, 5 degree असे मोठे angles measure करायचे. मला suppose I want to have precision angle measuring device, I might use a preset type of potentiometer where the slider movement is very fine, and particularly for smaller displacement measurements, I can make use of this preset type of potentiometer. So this is type of potentiometer. Okay, let us move further. As I said, even the toroidal type of potentiometer can be used for linear motion sensing or transduction. As I told you, इथे तुम्हाला ते टोरॉइडल रेजिस्टन्स वायर अरेंजमेंट दिसते, स्लाइडर आहे किंवा वाइपर आहे. A wiper is connected to the shaft which is rotating, moving, changing its angular position. And the angular position of this pulley or drum will be based on the motion of the rope or the string or the cable that is connected. Now this, if it is pulled, it will rotate in the clockwise direction, and when it rotates in the clockwise direction, the slider will change its angular position. Even the linear motion can be converted into angular motion. We know the diameter of this drum, circumference pi d mala mahiti hai. I can always convert this linear motion into angular motion, and that angular motion is translated into resistance change, and that resistance change is translated into the voltage change. So my linear motion can be represented as some output voltage. Applications. Now these potentiometers, as I told you initially, can be used for many position sensing applications. In shop floor, it can be used for various machine tool position sensing, automation application, maybe plastic injection molding. So molds close zale ki nahi bagण्यासाठी I can make use of these position sensors. Gripper positioning आहे, workpiece movement on the conveyor belt, ते पण मला measure करायची आहे. So for many industrial applications, these potentiometers can be used for displacement sensing and displacement transduction. So in the control systems with a feedback loop, to ensure that the moving member or component reaches its commanded position. Yes, the function of this transducer is not just to measure, but in many automation applications, as I told you, whether the gripper has reached the desired destination, desired position or not. I need to have a feedback control system. मी माझ्या प्रोग्रामच्या थ्रू कमांड सिग्नल दिलं, डिजिटल कंट्रोल त्याला प्रोसेस करेल आणि अकॉर्डिंगली इट विल गिव्ह सिग्नल टू माय ऍक्च्युएटिंग डिव्हाइस. त्याप्रमाणे मोटर ऍक्ट झाली किंवा न्यूमॅटिक सिस्टम ऍक्ट झाली आणि त्याप्रमाणे ग्रिपर तिथं गेला. एलिव्हेटर्स म्हणजे लिफ्ट मध्ये आहे किंवा मटेरियल हँडलिंग एलिव्हेटर्स आहेत. मटेरियल हँडलिंग एलिव्हेटर्स इव्हन वेदर